Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Movie Files. Elliott and Morgan here, here to give you guys our thoughts of the movie Justice League. As you guys can see, I'm kind of decked out in my Batman gear, and Morgan is decked out in her workout gear because she got to work out, watch this movie because it was just so exciting. But anyway, this is a non-spoilers review. I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth review on the film probably tomorrow, sometime this weekend, but I just want to get my initial thoughts, our initial thoughts on the film after we just saw it tonight. So with that being said, with the non-spoilers, we just want to touch on the heroes, the kind of the tone, the direction of the film, the villain, and then the future of the DC slate coming up ahead. So with that being said, let's talk about our heroes. I thought that the chemistry of all of our heroes on screen worked really well, which I think is the biggest thing when you go into a team-up movie. Is you want to see the team have chemistry. You want to see the actors gelling and just having good moments on screen, and I think that did this. But now to kind of touching on individuals, Batman. As you guys can see, I'm a big Batman fan, but I'm going to leave it to you. What did you think of not just Batman, but Bruce Wayne and the actor, Ben Affleck playing him? What did you think about just the package that we got from Batman?
Yeah, sure. So I am a big fan of Ben Affleck. I really do enjoy him. However, I am not a fan of him as Batman.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So, and I think this movie kind of really just did it for me, like I'm not in love with him. I think Christian Bale is really like the definition of Batman for me personally.
Ooh, yeah.
But again,
more so than George Clooney? No, I'm joking.
Anyway, I love Ben Affleck. I love you, Ben. If you're watching this, I do love you.
He's one of our subscribers. You guys didn't know.
But anyway, I'm not a super huge fan of him as Batman.
This is crazy, guys. We're gonna have to talk after this video about that you just said. Anyway, Batman for me, as you guys can see, I'm a big Batman fan. From Christian Bale to Michael Keaton, not per se George Clooney or Val Kilmer, but Batman's a great character, and I think that the Ben Affleck portrayal of not only just Bruce Wayne, not so much in this film. I agree with you. Bruce Wayne was different. It was a different tone, different shift that they did with the Bruce Wayne character. Some of the lines and some of the things he said was a little bit different. But Batman,
he's not funny. And he tried to be sometimes.
Well, not spoilers. Yeah.
Is that a spoiler?
No, I mean, there's some comedy trying to be thrown in there. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But Batman, I'll just talk about Batman. Bruce Wayne, not so much didn't work for me. He wasn't really Bruce Wayne that much in the film, other than, gathering the group together. But we didn't see, the billionaire kind of interacting with non-men and humans and heroes. But Batman, I thought Batman was great. We have in this film, you see Batman do things that you haven't seen in films before with Christian Bale, with Michael Keaton. Just some amazing things that we got from Batman. So I enjoyed the portrayal.
Is it weird that I'm always wondering, does he lose his voice after doing the Batman voice for so long?
It's raspy. No, I think he probably has to have some tea.
And I just think I think it's so funny how he's always in Batman, even when he's just around the other Justice League crew.
I guess that's just that's a.
But you gotta play your character, right?
Do what you gotta do.
All right, moving on.
But we have some other characters that did a pretty good job on screen. We were introduced to some new ones, but I'll just talk about some that we were familiar with. Wonder Woman. One of my favorite.
Elliot loves her.
Wonder Woman is awesome. Not just the character, but the actress playing her, Gal Gadot, came out of not necessarily nowhere. She was in Fast and Furious. I thought her performances. She was new to acting. She's been in some other movies since then, but she is Wonder Woman. Yeah. Not only in the movies, but if you guys follow the news, she says some things. She's really seems like a great person. She's like Wonder Woman in real life. But I thought Wonder Woman from her individual movie carried down that momentum, and I thought she did a great job. What did you think of Wonder Woman in this?
Yeah, I think she's really amazing. I think Gal is, really just spot on actress to be playing her, and I'm excited to see, what else she does and become more of a leader. I'd love to see a woman leader. I think that these movies, Marvel, DC, it's so male driven. It's just great to see a female leader.
Lead the league, and she did that. As you guys see from the commercials, her and Bruce Wayne were recruiting these characters, and I thought, Diana got a lot of screen time and did a great job with that. So on to our new players to the Justice League. Aquaman. We got a little bit of Aquaman and BVS with a little silly little clips that they had that Lex Luthor had on them, the files. But in this movie, we get some of Aquaman, and then there's some things that we didn't get, which makes us excited to see his movie in 2019. Yeah. So what did you think of Jason Momoa as Aquaman?
I really enjoyed him. Mm-hmm. He brought something fun, new, and I really liked him a lot.
Yeah, I thought you guys, Aquaman's been a butt of many jokes in the last few years in pop culture. This is a badass Aquaman.
Yeah,
a great job. And again, you don't get a lot of his backstory in this film, but they did that on purpose because he's going to be the very next person that we get on the screen. So I think that they did a great amount of you get enough, yeah, and then you want more. So I thought he did a great job. Then Cyborg, Ray Fisher, I've never really seen him on screen or TV shows, but I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
What did you think? Man and machine battling these new
I liked
powers.
him. I'm not as into DC as Ellie. I don't know as much, but I do remember as a kid I liked the show Teen Titans, and Cyborg was on there, so it was cool to see him come to life.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job. And then one of my personal favorites, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, especially with the TV show being on CW, The Flash. Barry Allen. Ezra Miller brought Barry Allen to the movie. I wouldn't necessarily. I know a lot of reviews say he stole the movie, which he had. I thought everyone did a great job, but I mean, Barry Allen, The Flash, does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I don't know when he's gonna get his own movie, but I can't wait. He's fun. He is a funny dude. So I enjoyed him a lot. Definitely. He brought some comedic relief to the movie, and he's fun. I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, definitely Barry Allen in this film. You kind of get the idea that he's us as the audience. This is his first time doing battle, being around these superheroes, and if we were in this position, that's what I think the portrayal that he gave us, which was great. Then this last character that I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just say,
let's just say they may mention Superman in the movie.
And when you get Superman, I'll just do this. And what about you? What did you think of Superman?
They're going to talk about him.
Yeah. I'm going to more on the spoiler review, but yeah, Superman was pretty awesome.
He's getting on my case about spoiling stuff.
Yeah, okay. Superman was awesome. But direction and tone, I want to talk about. So as you guys might have known, Zack Snyder is the director in the film, which he should be because he did the shoot. He shot the movie, but unfortunately he had to step away from the reshoots and kind of the pickups due to a tragedy in his family. So Joss Whedon comes in, does some rewriting of the script, does some additional reshoots. What did you think about the tone? Did you enjoy the shift?
I feel like I didn't really notice that there were two different directors, so I think that's a good thing. And I don't know, most of the DC movies prior to this, they are more serious, and I think they tried to add some comedy in this one. Obviously, you're bringing new players to the show, so anyway, that was kind of interesting, but overall I thought that it flowed pretty well. To have so many new characters brought in and to be able to keep it under 2 hours, I thought that they did a nice job. So yeah.
Well, and we'll get more in this in the spoiler review, but like you just said, it is under 2 hours, which I thought helped the film, but also hurt the film. I did want more. Certain scenes you could tell was kind of not as bad as VVS, where we have to wait 4 months to get an ultimate cut and see those additional 30 minutes they cut out. But there were certain things, certain plot points that I wanted them to stretch on more and talk about more. But to the point of the direction and tone, this is, if you guys are following DC, because everything comes out of the news with DC, there was a shift. They obviously made a point to say that BVS, if this was a Star Wars world, BVS was the Empire Strikes Back, and this is kind of the Return of Jedi. So we get a little bit more levity, a little bit more lighter moments, a little bit more jokes like you brought up, which worked in some moments and didn't work in some points. Some of the jokes, as you alluded to, didn't land as well. And to the point of two different directors, you can't really tell. But if you know the people's work, Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon, you can tell that Zack Snyder normally has a little bit darker palette on his film, and Joss Whedon's a little bit more lighter, and you could tell that to a degree, but it didn't distract me from the film. But ultimately, the two directors I thought blended together well to make, which we'll get to on my score a little bit later, but an overall great experience. So last 2 points here, the villain, Steppenwolf. What did you think of the CGI Steppenwolf on screen?
I didn't love it.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I wasn't super impressed. for a movie of its like caliber, I guess. So
yeah, and that's some of the the CGI with Steppenwolf. I would have loved to see a practical Steppenwolf versus the CGI. It was kind of video game-ish, the special effects that they had on. The voice was great. I don't know, a little trivia, if you noticed who that voice was, from Game of Thrones, it was
you don't know.
The free folk, I can't think of his name right now. Man, it starts with
you gonna ask
anyway,
you don't know.
It's from Game of Thrones. I can't think of his name right now, and I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. So is his name?
It's Steppenwolf, like
Steppenwolf.
two separate.
Yeah, one word. It's one word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, wow, this guy's like, just a normal human being.
Oh, no. Yeah,
first and last name.
No, but yeah, the CGI didn't work for me on Steppenwolf. As a villain,
we still don't know who did the voice, but
no,
I'm joking.
It'll be in the review. I'll do more research on it. He's from Game of Thrones. He led the free folk, and Jon Snow, spoiler alert, had to kill him. I can't think of Manus, I think his name is. He led the free. Anyway, it's not a Game of Thrones trailer review. But anyway, I thought Steppenwolf didn't work on screen as far as the visual effects. But his, when you go to these movies, you're not going to him for the villains.
Right.
Again, this was about the team coming together, and I thought that worked well. And I thought the villain was a good villain to go against.
Yeah.
And it leads to things to come. Obviously, Steppenwolf, if you guys follow the comics, has a much bigger, has a leader that he works for that we might see in the future. So
Mother.
Well, Dark Side is the
dark side. Okay.
But anyway, on to the future.
Too scary.
On to the future of the DC film. So with this being said, all the things we just said, are you excited for the DC future or not so much?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's so casual. Yeah.
Aquaman, I'm excited to see his movie.
Yeah,
and then Wonder Woman, I'm excited to see round 2 for her. Mm-hmm. So. Shazam.
Well, yes,
for that.
Shazam and Wonder Woman coming out in 2019. Yeah, so this film, if you guys are DC fans, or even if you're not, I think this was a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
For me, being a DC fan, there were some things that were shown on screen that I never thought we would see on the big screen that were brought to life, which the fan of me just loved. But again, this film isn't perfect. There were some plot points that weren't touched on. The CGI didn't work at some points. Mm-hmm. The whole Superman stash controversy.
Yeah. It was literally it was just white. Yeah, his lips blended in with this. I don't know what this is. But.
So and that's just the initial things. Yeah. But I think the film is very enjoyable. Yeah. Again, I'll talk about this more in my spoiler review about the critics. Not necessarily critics, because everyone has their opinion, and ultimately, when you want to see a film, it's ultimately up to you.
Right.
But I think this is an enjoyable film, very entertaining. I'm super excited to see more of these characters. I hope we get more Ben Affleck. If we don't, we got many James Bonds that we love. We got other Batmans that we love, and we accept the change. But I would like to see him stick with this world they've created. But if not, whatever. But I'm excited to see what they have.
Yeah, me too.
In the works. I want a announcement from Man of Steel 2, the Batman, get Flash on board, get Cyborg and Flash movie, a Green Lantern movie. I mean, I want more of this DC world, which I think is ultimately what you want as a fan, is more of these characters, more of these stories. Right. So ultimately, we'll go to our score here. If you guys follow our reviews, we say if it's worth it, we recommend just waiting till it's available to stream, or just don't even waste your time. Justice League. What was your...
When I say don't know, I'm kidding. Go see it. We saw it in IMAX, which I was pleased with that.
I got one of these too. Nice little
us and everyone else. So unfortunately, we're not super special yet. But
yeah, I am.
Anyway,
I got the first edition.
You got the first one. He was first in line. But anyway, I'd go see it at the movie theater. It was fun, and I love the movie theater experience. I really do. So I'm kind of partial to that, especially opening night. A movie like this. You have strangers in a room, and it's like you guys all kind of bond in a way without even talking to each other. It's just cool to see that energy for a good movie.
Yeah, so. I mean, and I'm right on board, as you guys can tell from my the stuff I was saying previously. I would recommend this film. I want to see it again tonight if I had the chance. I'm going to probably see it again sometime sooner than later. I really enjoyed the film. Again, I'm going to do a spoilers review to get more in depth about the things I really didn't like and the things that I really enjoy like. But overall, this is something you need to go see this weekend. Again, I don't want to touch on it too much, but Rotten Tomatoes, critics, whatever, it's their job to give their opinion, and if they feel a certain way, that shouldn't change your opinion on if you want to go see a film. So overall, I thought the film was worth seeing. But I want to know what you guys thought. For those that have seen the movie, are you excited about? For those that didn't, are you excited about seeing it? And let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments, as well as on social media. I would love to continue this conversation on Twitter. We're at Movie Files Live on Twitter, as well as on Instagram at Movie Files, so you can catch us there and continue this conversation. And again, look out for our spoiler review on this film. Will be coming out probably this weekend. But again, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Go ahead and like and share this video, and you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again shortly. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate you guys doing that. Do us a favor again, go ahead and like and share this video, and then after that, go ahead and watch more movie reviews that we have done, as well as TV reviews that we have done as well. And then once you're done watching all that awesomeness, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for us, and we'll see you guys again shortly.